Guys, welcome back to another kind of Dragon Ball FighterZ video, because we're going to be talking about Play Anime Live. Essentially, disappointment embodied into one conference. Before we get into it though, check it out. If you don't want to be disappointed as far as information is concerned, feel free to subscribe here. If you're looking for Dragon Ball FighterZ information and updates, I'll be covering any and all of that stuff the second it comes out. So for those of you guys not in the loop, Play Anime Live was an event that Bandai Namco is running in order to give us the latest updates regarding their newest games and DLCs. Immediately, a lot of people were like, well, I mean, Dragon Ball FighterZ was their most successful game in recent times, so they gotta be announcing the new DLC character there, also because it's an event where a lot of people are gonna be watching, and it'd be a great way in order for them to sell more of that DLC character. And when Bandai Namco went ahead and released their kind of like schedule, if you will, for Play Anime Live, and people saw that Dragon Ball FighterZ wasn't on there, people then began to speculate that maybe we'll be seeing kind of a surprise trailer or a surprise announcement or anything of that sort towards the end of the stream, because once again, this is something that Bandai Namco has done quite a bit of in the past. And it's not even just for Dragon Ball FighterZ. People were speculating it would be for Xenoverse 3, it would be for a new Dragon Ball game entirely, or it was going to be Dragon Ball FighterZ related. So there was a lot of anticipation regarding Dragon Ball during this event. Well, nope, we got no news regarding the new DLC character during Play Anime Live. People watched the entire event, and the ending came. People waited and waited and waited to see a surprise, only to be let down by the stream authentically ending with no mention of Dragon Ball at all. And this isn't even just my views on it. Like, I was watching 3 different streams, and the chat in all 3 streams, everyone was disappointed that Dragon Ball wasn't mentioned. So this leads me to believe that we probably still will be seeing something, either in the beginning of August. So if you missed the event and you happen to be interested in some of the other anime games, they did announce, I believe, a new DLC character for Shinobi Striker, and they also announced a new DLC character for My Hero Wants Justice, which I know is a game a lot of people adore. It's one of the better 3D fighters, for sure. Much better than Jump Force and One Punch Man, a game nobody plays. Other than that, really they spent the rest of the conference going ahead and advertising a bunch of mobile games that nobody really knew about. Once again, looking at the chat in these 3 different streams, everyone was pretty oblivious that these games ever even existed, and they had been out apparently for years, or at least some of these games have. And that was the majority of the event. Overall, the general consensus is the event was pretty disappointing. And this brings us to the next topic. How do you guys feel about today's current anime games? Because I know this is something that I felt for quite some time, and I know I can't be the only one, but I felt like anime games have been working one gen behind the current gen for a long time now. If we just look at a couple of big anime games that came out, you have One Punch Man, a game nobody plays, you have Jump Force, and you have Kakarot. All 3 of those games have really shallow fighting mechanics. Like, no joke, Red Dead Redemption has deeper fighting mechanics than all 3 of those games. And those 3 fighting games are exactly that, they're fighting games. There's no reason why Red Dead Redemption should have more in-depth fighting than a fighting game. That's ridiculous. I don't care how arcadey the fighting game is. Like, even if you go back to the actual arcade version of Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, those have more depth than all 3 of those fighting games. And people could argue that Kakarot isn't necessarily a fighting game, but it's a story about a guy who only cares about fighting. So in that game, you still predominantly fight. And it's a shame, because Kakarot developers literally won't even dare call that game an open world game, because they know that they didn't put an open world-like quality into that game. If we look at something like Skyrim is a game that was out on the 360 nonetheless, a generation behind, and Kakarot has about as much depth as Mario 64. Yet Skyrim has tons more depth, despite being on the last gen console. And this is why I feel like anime games really have been working a generation behind for quite some time, and I really hope that the quality and the standard of these things rises in the next gen, because I mean, I would like to enjoy other anime games, animes that I don't really watch or know anything about, but I'm not going to spend $60 on a game that I know isn't going to be up to snuff. So I predominantly stick to Dragon Ball games, because, you know, that's the anime I'm a fan of. But once again, like, this is a conversation, so let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. And also, don't forget, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe. We're going to keep up with all the latest news and updates regarding Dragon Ball FighterZ. So if something comes out, I'll let you guys know. If you enjoyed today's video, let me know by hitting the like button. It lets me know to keep making this kind of content for you guys. And I hope to catch you guys in the next one.